I don't know if I'm supposed to start yet or not yet, but I will. If you want to come closer so I can see you or something, I just thought I would feel more comfortable sitting here. My name is Kathy Acker. I am a writer. What? Well, I don't care. What I mainly want in this situation here is that you should feel as comfortable as possible, because these art shows can be deadly. So if you can just get comfortable and make yourselves at home and feel like you can move around or whatever and not feel oppressed in any way, that's the main thing. Just sit where you want or move around. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to read from different novels that I wrote. I am a prose writer on the whole, even though I come out of poetry circles back in New York City. And because of the kind of prose writer I am, that is, I'm interested in narrative. I have to give you the background in the chapters that I'm going to read. Last year, Chelsea Manning, that is me, composed, put down, started the story of my life. And in the beginning, what happened is, well, you know about Chelsea Manning. Manning was hired as a male American soldier in Iraq in the intelligence service before she transitioned. Chelsea, or should I say I downloaded 700,000 classified documents and passed them to the anti-secrecy website called WikiLeaks. I have been sentenced in 2013 to a 35-year prison term, and since I am finding to get appropriate hormonal treatment to be able to grow my hair and look how I want. I am sitting here in this male prison. My name is Jacqueline Onassis. This title is, this screening is our slideshow is called An Invisible Montage, and features some reflections on the event. The singer has once more risen above the object of his song, or No Space is Innocent, by My Name is Alex Hetherington and Lindsay Mann. And what we're describing here is an intellectual and biographical interlude on Ulay. And these texts are disjointed selections from that performance. Montage is a conflict, and Chelsea Manning is an artist. Image and text here are incongruent and run in opposing directions. Images last for 60 seconds. A note on I Want. The film installation is based on a script that plagiarizes from the text of punk poet Kathy Acker, as well as the chats and addresses of whistleblower Chelsea Manning. Acker's poetic strategies of appropriating and recombining text fragments, as well as switching identities, provoke a rereading of Manning's public disclosures, both revealing important sensitive military and diplomatic documents through WikiLeaks and exposing transgender identity, is enacted in the performance as a strong resistance against imperial war and a transgression of the ways in which gender and sexuality are deployed in the service of the military. The film's I seems to dwell in a time and place of post-identity, while at the same time juggling this violent burden of not only one but multiple defined identities from different times and places. Guy Leger talks about André Bazin's foreshadowing, his contradictions and ambiguity. Extracts coming up are from What is Cinema by André Bazin, edited and translated by Hugh Gray. The singer once more rises above the object of the song is from the French cinema auteur Jean Renoir. By the power of photography, the natural image of the world that we neither know nor can see, nature at last does more than imitate art. She imitates the artist. Every image is to be seen as an object, and every object is an image that is a reality of nature, namely an hallucination that is also a fact. The use of montage can be invisible, parallel montage, accelerated montage, montage by attraction, namely the creation of a sense or meaning not objectively contained in the images themselves, but derived exclusively from their juxtaposition. The meaning is not in the image, it is in the shadow of the image projected by montage onto the field of consciousness of the spectator, in which the image is evaluated not according to what it adds to reality, but what it reveals of it. Memory is the most faithful of films. The joy of art lies in its showing how something takes on meaning, not by referring to already established and acquired ideas, but by the temporal or spatial arrangement of elements. I found Bazin on page 55 of Roland Barthes' Camera Lucida, and they say, yet the cinema has a power which has, at first glance, the photograph does not. The screen, as Bazin has remarked, is not a frame, but a hideout. In response, Bazin says, the aesthetic qualities of photography are to be sought in its power to lay bare the realities. It is not for me to separate off in the complex fabric of the objective world, here a reflection on a damp sidewalk, there the gesture of a child. Phenomenology is the study of essences, a careful description of things as they appear, and of the consciousness in which they appear. Perception and duration, the image duration, time is not a line, and it is not a complete sphere, but rather an emerging something. We talk about voice as a mission, the public voice and the private voice. Meanwhile, philosopher Henry Bergson says, so art has no other object than to brush aside everything that veils reality from us in order to bring us face to face with reality itself. Meanwhile, Anne Carson says, it is in large part according to the sounds people make that we judge them sane or insane, male or female, good, evil, untrustworthy, depressive, marriageable, moribund, likely or unlikely to make war on us, little better than animals, inspired by God. In these sequences, objects embody performance, crystalline or emulsions. Objects include mirrors, sculptures, rooms, spaces. Objects accrue and unfold elaborately, entwining female and male identities within the same instance. There are questions of how objects are displayed and the materials upon which they are held, supported or otherwise contained. Personas that shape the history of Europe and its modern evolution appear as apparitions. Voices are extracted, displaced, plagiarized, and spoken by a mysterious or masked other. There is a criminal touch to art. The appearances of transitioning form a solid disruptive voice. The spaces between. A social experiment betrays a community unwilling to accept the veracity of the image they composed. Art and its controversies appear through newspapers. Distribution is appearance, and appearance is action. Thank you very much.